This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it, finding some room at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
On second and goal, Jackson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick here is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
To the 26.
He was brought down at the
no doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
gain of 5 brings up third and 4.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and 2.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it
passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Panthers 13, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. Incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brought down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got him the ball back. See what they can. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And he's into the clear.
I need to get my swag
Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Extra point.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
On first and 10, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Flushed out right. And that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The throw over the middle taken in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So second and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great.
In trouble, the ball's out. It's out. And the most curious nice way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Get there and pick it. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions. Oh, so. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop the throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
At the 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. Try it here. He's back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Lions 4,
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Going for it on fourth down. Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.